Here are the guys from Hazmat. One, they're going to do a demonstration, a Hazmat demonstration here shortly. They're getting prepared. There's the canister that's going to be used.
That was crazy. I'd have got $40. Yeah. What's my house number? 934. They slick. They slick.
As soon as you don't play.
Yes.
Okay. As soon as it gets underway. Be back.
Citywide to every type of incident there is. Not only hazmat incidences, but we go to transportation, fires, things like that. We carry a lot of special equipment on the rigs, and that's one of the reasons why we have two. So we're going to get started here now. What we've simulated is we have a 16-gallon drum. It's leaking something. Maybe there was a pool because it just was suspicious, or possibly even because somebody's ill. A lot of times we get spills, things like that, where people aren't feeling well, and they call us in, and also call the EMS in to tend to the victims. So here we have a 16-gallon drum that's leaked, and when we respond, we have a lot of different types of equipment. We have a lot of different types of chemical protective clothing, we call it CPC. Most of our runs, when we respond in typical fire gear, which is known as bunker gear. Bunker gear, SCBA. Until we can get additional information, we'll stay with the gear that we have, which you see all the firefighters wear. If something dictates that we need to get into more protection, we will. We try to stay away from getting into these other type of clothing because they're very, it takes a while to put on. Once you have them on, it's also very difficult to operate it. The body core temperature is very hot. The body core temperature also rises up, so it's, you sweat a lot. So here we have two firefighters. They're making their entry. They have a large array of meters that they bring with them. One of the things that we always meter for is radiation. So that's that clicking that you probably hear. And unfortunately, in this day and age, we take the radiological instruments with us all the time. So what Kenny is doing right now is he's going around circling, just making sure that the drum, looking at the condition of the drum, whether we'll be able to move it. He also is metering. We're checking for radiation. We have chemical detective meters. They're also looking at the drum itself for any type of labels, any type of markings on it that might give us a clue what it is. One of the toughest responses to go to is a drum that just like this, where we have no idea what it is. So we really work a process of elimination. So they realize that it's not radioactive, so that's a good thing. So they'll go to the next step. What they'll do is they'll take out a temperature gun, and we just want to make sure that there's nothing going on in the drum. A term that we use is exothermic reaction, generating heat. We want to make sure that there's no heat generation. We're looking to make sure that the drum isn't pressurized. A lot of times what will happen is the drum, because of a reaction on the inside, will start to get bigger, so there'll be bulges to it. That's something that we want to really be careful with. So they see that there's really nothing going on with it. The next thing that they're going to do is they're going to take a sample where we have what we call pH paper or litmus paper. We want to make sure that it's not an acid or a base. There's also a number of other tests on that strip that we can use to tell us whether it's a petroleum product, whether there's fluorine in there. There's a few others. If need be, we could also take a sample on the ground. We could also take, there's some on top of the drum there, and we have instruments that we carry on the rig that can actually identify what the product is. Now, it's not as easy as you think, but it'll actually tell us the brand name too. So if this was a, let's just say it was a 16-gallon drum of bleach, we could put it into our machines, and it'll come out and tell us that it's Clorox bleach or it's Pathmark bleach. And it's a big help. The technology in the last few years has really, really helped us tremendously. So they'll take a sample of it and they'll see what it is. Now, if they make the determination that they find that that the bunker gear really isn't good enough for them, all right, after doing all the testing, they're going to call, they're going to leave the scene, and they'll go back and they'll talk to somebody that's in the rig here, okay? This is our resource area back here. This is where we have all our computers and things, and we can look things up, because with over 50 million chemicals that are out there, we can't know all of them. So what we'll do is we do a little chemistry, we figure things out, we'll figure out what the dangers are, and then we'll send in somebody that's better protected. Now, Bobby here is in on one of our level A's. What makes this so special is that it's completely vapor tight. So the suit that you're looking at there, all right, the cost is due to the zipper. Now, we got the zipper from NASA. The astronauts, it's the same zipper. That suit's about $1,100, the zipper's $1,000. So what they'll end up doing is, he's completely protected, so if there's any vapor, if anything spills on him, he's completely good to go. We would normally operate with 2 people, but we just couldn't get anybody to dress out. We always operate with 2 or 3 firefighters at all times. Now, we realized that we need to move this drum, so when the guys in the bunker gear were hanging out, they were talking, saying the drum is good enough to lift up, it's in good enough condition, we don't think there's going to be any type of catastrophic failure. And what he does is he starts to get ready to just pick up the drum and put it in there, overpack it. There's a number of ways of overpacking. There's actually 4 of them. The easiest way, what we're going to do today, is just simply pick the drum up and put it into the 55-gallon drum. Before he moves it, he's going to want to tighten up. We have these little caps on top. He's tightening them up just to make sure that when he lifts it, there is no failure to it. Now, if you're wondering how he can breathe in there, he actually has his Scott pack or his air pack in there with him. So what he's going to do now is he's just going to pick it up. He'll put it in and then he puts the top on, tighten it up. Now what happens is, a lot of times it's not as quick and easy as this. So he only has a certain amount of time in there. So he would operate, we have somebody monitoring the amount of time that he's in there. And then once we feel that he's had enough or he's starting to run out of air, we'll send additional people in there to finish the task. So he's done. And what we would normally do is mark it, we'd make the notifications, and have somebody come to pick it up. That's basically it. Let's just have a hand for the guys that just performed. Okay, I think that's it. Thank you.